Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, it always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Pass to Christie. Back to Daniels. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniel's athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it home.
Here's Brown. Off target from outside. Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
And there's the screen. Back to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. And Davis with the block. Pass to McKee. Here's Christie. To the paint. Out to DiVincenzo. Puts up a 3. Jokic grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Right side, Irving. Screen by Gordon. Launches a 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yet between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. He said Nikola Jokic is so intelligent. He said we know the offense is going to run through him. So all we can do is mix up our looks defensively. And then at the other end of the floor, make him work on defense. Try to wear him out a little bit. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Nails it from 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Well, Coach, there's an interesting story about Watson's draft experience.
Yeah, the story is, Brian, that the Nuggets were willing to trade to move up to get him. That's how much they thought of him. They weren't able to do that, but they were able to get him with the final pick of the first round anyway.
Just goes to show you how important scouting is.
And luck.
Now here's Jokic. Really helps his team on offense, recording 20 points a game. Fast break, Minnesota. Davis, that's good.
And I'll tell you what, I just love how Davis runs the floor. Just incredible. I mean, how do you stop him in these situations?
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Minnesota in the lead. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that one's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for Denver. There's a screen. Outside Watson. From outside the arc. Rebound, Anthony Davis. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Here's McKee. And slammed it home. And a foul. another point at the line. It goes on Aaron Gordon. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's DiVincenzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket of the night.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
.36 seconds left in the first. It's 2-on-1. Here's McKee. Finished off the break. McKee's got 5 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
To the wing, right side. Screen by Gordon. 11 feet out. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, Gordon does his job on the screen and gets rewarded with the bucket.
McKee. And the layup falls. He has 7.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Denver shooting their first free throws here for the night. And he drops it first. That one misses. DiVincenzo driving. And stolen by Williams. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Alexander Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Marjanovic. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Conley. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go. Outside Porter. Driving in. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Mike Conley. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And here's Clark for 3. And the ball out of play. The Nuggets will have it. Nuggets trail by 5. Inside. Stolen by Reed. High post Clark. Drives to the hoop. No stopping him there. Jams it in. And he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It'll go on Michael Porter. Minnesota shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Pass to Williams. Got a piece of it. Randall with it. Guarded now by Williams. Here's Conley. Minnesota again missing. Nuggets trail by 8. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. The basket falls, and that's going to be a blocking call.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Pass to Williams. And the layup is good.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Outside Reed. From downtown. Sinks the tray. Reed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's a screen. Here's Marjanovic. Uses the glass on the layup.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Timberwolves lead by 5. Reed can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Marjanovic. Out to Covington. Screen by Marjanovic. Outside, Williams. To the middle. Second chance effort. Marjanovic can't hit. 1:06 left in the first half of this one. Outside Reed. From deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Reed's got 6 in the quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Porter. Outside Covington. Here he goes. And the jam by Covington.
On the drive, Covington's agility has a big impact. He can just duck and dodge his way inside.
Here's Alexander Walker. Offline with a 3.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Covington with it. Three-pointer off the mark.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Back to Alexander Walker. Reed sets a screen. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. Back to the game after this break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
And in terms of raw talent, Kyrie Irving is a step up from a lot of other guys. He just has an innate ability to create things out on the floor and make tricky shots. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And, Coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
Everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing.
team foul.
Outside, DiVincenzo gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Kyrie Irving.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Screen by Gordon. To the wing on the left. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Watson. Outside Irving. Jacks up a 3. And another miss by Denver. The Timberwolves lead by 5. DiVincenzo with it. Guarded now by Watson. Outside, DiVincenzo. And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
Pass to Brown. Fires the 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball. Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Now DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. Lays it up and banks it in. DiVincenzo's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Screen by Gordon. And here's Jokic. Really helps his team on offense, recording 20 points a game.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Christie. Off the mark there with a 3. Nuggets trail by 9. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Pass to Prosper. Let's go with a 3. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Well, you're going to struggle when you're forcing up shots like that.
Here's Conley. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Marjanovic.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
It's Covington on the wing. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, man, the defender bites on the up fake, giving him a clear line to the basket.
Hey, when it works, that move is just too pretty.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley, making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
Driving to the basket.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
And not just a jump shooter, Conley is also adept at finding real estate close to the rim.
It's Covington on the wing. Here's Marjanovic. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. 20 seconds left in the third.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Deflected. It doesn't go for him. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. It's Minnesota.
46. The Nuggets. 41.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Pass to Christie. And here's McDaniels. For 3, DiVincenzo fires in the triple.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
The Nuggets want a timeout. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any 3 they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Allie, thank you. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Down low. Tipped. Nuggets trail by 6. Watson with it. Up and in on the layup.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to McDaniels. To the inside. Davis. The shot no good. Great D that time from Jokic. Outside Watson. That 3's off the mark. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's McKee. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Yeah, the complete package is AD. Had the defense's attention and found the open man.
Here's Jokic. Jokic just out muscling the defense.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Davis. The 3 ball. And that one's good, McKee. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
And here's Jokic. This one for 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
Pass to Brown. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 to fall.
Great setup by Irving. Just a tremendous playmaker.
Outside McDaniels. Offensive rebound. AD doing what he does.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Irving looking around. Down low. 6 to shoot. And the dunk by Jokic.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
Christie. Back to Daniels. Three-pointer. And it's Denver with a rebound. 1:33 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. They get it back. Oh, and the jam by Jokic.
Well, the first guy you have to box out there, Nikola Jokic. That's just bad recognition.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 9-point game here. The Nuggets running out of time. Here's Jokic. Jokic easy over the top.
What a gift to a coach to have a center like Jokic who can run the pick and roll like that.
McDaniels. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, Aaron Gordon able to use all his athleticism on that one.
Fast break. Here we go. Here's Watson. No good with the triple. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to McKee. To the middle. McDaniels can't hit. And it looks like they just won't have enough left here at the end.
Yeah, they simply ran out of time and energy.
Stolen by Davis. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred.
Put a water on another soccer fiend. Me and cash changer holding me. No misleader. I can get it a lot of time. Had a chance, I wouldn't do nothing different. Keep around us, call me back for business. Watch what you say, you know the streets listen. I threw my own rocks at the pen. I hold it on me, that's the presidential. Don't the number come with it. Ain't hard to people know you artificial. Can't keep around us, call me back for business. Feature me, man. Get my phone like I know, man. Saying Tigo, we gon' pay your fee, man. You know I can't do this for free, man. Got a bag, do it. Otherwise, music on the truest. On my dolo, made it happen. No excuses. Feeling knowledge of my noggin, not confused. Woo. Living legend, don't confuse it. Woo. Got that work and then I moved it. Woo. Put that to the music. Woo. OG business. Yeah, I got it, but they wanna take it. Ride around with a $100. Forgiato. Put a water on me, know the soccer fiend. Me and cash changer holding me. Take no misleader. I can get it a lot of time. Had a chance, I wouldn't do nothing different. Keep around us, call me back for business. Watch what you say, you know the streets listen. I threw my own rocks at the pen. I hold it on me, that's the presidential. Don't the number come with it. Ain't hard to people know you artificial. Can't keep around.
Walking down Madison, some things mean more when you used to not have it. I really came from selling CDs in the packages to living out my